Deception is the best warfare. While the adversary is close by, we must seem to be far away. For the Warriors, this tactic seems to be quite effective, and this is what's being said about the Golden State when you listen to NBA commentary these days. They aren't a very good basketball squad. Your records accurately reflect who you are. They've been awful. That hasn't been a strong defense. They will get a 3 from me. Ladies and gentlemen, don't take anything these people say at face value. They are completely mistaken. The Warriors are still deceiving everyone in actuality. But what is it about the team that makes them so unique? In this video, we'll examine the factors that have contributed to the Warriors' success over the years and why we believe they will continue to dupe everyone. First things first, the Warriors are exactly where they want to be, despite how terrible their defense has been all season, despite the criticism from some fans have levelled at Steve Kerr for often using two-way players, and despite all the ailments and personal absences. Indeed, it's correct, I'm not joking or exaggerating either. Just take a look at the standings in the Western Conference if you don't believe me. The 6th seed is Golden State. Hence, if the playoffs began today, they would face the one team they would most want to face in the first round, the gang of criminals known as the Memphis Grizzlies. Grizzlies are the weakest link among the top 4 seeds in the West, jokes and all. I mean, their captain, Ja Morant, is still banned. Steven Adams is out with a knee injury and Brandon Clark is out with an Achilles injury. And for him as an organisation, the reports simply keep getting worse and worse. They seem confused. The Warriors would certainly enjoy the opportunity to compete against them, given the hostility that Dillon Brooks has against Draymond, Steph, Clay and the whole Warriors organisation, to just name a few. That would be like getting two things done at once. I mean, the Warriors will prepare for the second round, and they'll get to continue to stoke the Grizzlies' wounds during the summer. Can you picture Dillon Brooks reacting to the dynasty if they are eliminated in the first round? Hence, despite what you may think of the Warriors, there's no denying that they are well positioned to get the opponent of their choice in the first round of the 2023 playoffs. Moving on, everyone and their cousin believe that the Warriors are having a poor season, since they have been stuck around 500 points. But it's far more complicated than that, and I'll show you immediately. If you look at their away game record, it's simple to get to the conclusion that they are a terrible team because they haven't exactly been exaggerating at all. For crying out loud, the Warriors' record this season in road games is 7-26. It's absurd to believe that the 2023 Warriors can compete at the level at home. The Warriors were able to pull this off despite playing without their MVP Steph Curry for a significant portion of the season, their second best player Andrew Wiggins for a similar amount of time, and Jonathan Kuminga due to his recently reacquired status. Nonetheless, the media continues to portray the Warriors as a terrible squad. Guys, the receipts are once again mounting. The invoices are mounting. You need to look no further than the Milwaukee Bucks game to see that the Warriors are still right there with the best of them. Giannis was out from the Bucks, but the Warriors were also without Wiggins, Kuminga and Payton, 3 essential players in their rotation. Yet they managed to win courtesy of Curry's continued MVP caliber performance. With 2 minutes remaining in the contest, the Warriors were behind by 8 points, yet Steph was still able to make bucket after bucket while being guarded by Drew Holiday, one of the league's top perimeter defenders. Later, with the outcome of the game in doubt, Curry was able to equalise the score with one more crazy bomb. The game then proceeded into overtime where the Warriors triumphed spectacularly and Curry produced yet another meme. When you reincorporate Wiggins, Kuminga and GP2, things start to get dicey. This is most likely going to be the Warriors squad that shows up in the playoffs. Nevertheless, take a look at this if you're still not persuaded that the Warriors are deceiving anyone. Thus far in the 2023 season, the Warriors are capable of scoring a lot of points. In terms of league scoring points per game, they are second in the league, only after the Kings and just ahead of the Celtics. Look here after that. They presently rank 4th in the league when you include their defensive prowess in the game played after the All-Star break. The Golden State Warriors are the 4th in the NBA in terms of defensive ratings since the All-Star break. And as I have said, the frightening reality of this is that they went to have managed to do it without their top 2 players, Andrew Wiggins and Gary Payton. Just try to picture how they'll look after everything comes together. And speaking of coming together, I realise Wiggins' comeback date and status are still unknown, but let's be honest people, they'll return for the postseason. In other words, the play-in games take place from April 11th to April 14th, and the playoffs officially begin on April 15th. That's still a month or so off. On February 13th against the Washington Wizards, Wiggins scored well in his last game. Even while I realise that certain issues are more important than basketball, I don't anticipate that Wiggins will miss more than 2 months of action due to personal issues. Wiggins also doesn't want to let them down. I'm sure of that. Steve Kerr had the foresight to warn that the Warriors may be out without Wiggins for the remainder of the year. Sun Tzu, after all, once remarked, the basis of all conflict is deceit. While the adversary is close by, we must seem to be far away. This has had an impact on the NBA since it'll be difficult for teams to evaluate how excellent the Warriors are when they are unfamiliar with their opponent's lineup. Being the reigning champs, you typically draw the best out of every team regularly, so it benefits in games when he isn't playing. But if you believe you are disabled, they will probably not give it their all, which is a victory for the Warriors, who are attempting to maintain their health. In any case, despite JJ Redick's claim that the Warriors are a bad basketball team, the fact that he is mistaken since he hasn't even seen them at full health, the Warriors will improve from the team that won the title the previous year. Look, Steph, Draymond and Looney will continue to play at the same level as they did last year, yet Wiggins, Kuminga and Clay will have all improved significantly. Regarding turnovers and shooting percentages, Jordan Poole has regressed somewhat, but I have a hunch that he'll soon be improving. Otto Porter is no longer around, but J. Mike, who is around the same stature and has recently begun balling, has taken his position. Secondly, Gary Payton is a bit of a mystery as we haven't seen him in a uniform. But based on how he performed defensively earlier this season with Portland, he seems to be the same. Hence, any way you look at it, the Warriors will field a rotation of 9 or 10 players in the postseason, and whether you like it or not, they'll be in the hunt for a title this year. Therefore, disregard JJ Redick's opinion. He may look like Tom Cruise and have a career 3-point percentage of 40%, but the reality is that this year, he has been taking in such a bizarre way that even NBA luminaires have taken notice of him. Now we want to hear from you. Do you agree with our analysis? What do you think sets the Warriors apart from other NBA teams? Are there any other factors you think contribute to their success? Let us know in the comments, and if you enjoyed the video, be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe. Thanks again for tuning in, and we look forward to hearing from you.